Loade Resources is an ASX, X. Loade Resources is an ASX-listed explorer focused on the highly prospective but underexplored New England fault... It's very wordy. Focused on the highly prospective but underexplored New England fold belt. Loade Resources is an ASX-listed explorer focused on the highly prospective but underexplored New England fold belt in northeastern New South Wales. Loade boasts a diverse portfolio of wholly owned brownfield precious and base metal assets, underscored by significant historical data and high-grade mineralisation potential. Its focus is on appraising and developing these assets, which show great promise for under-drilled and open-ended mineral occurrences, setting the stage for substantial mineral discoveries. And joining me now is Managing Director Ted Leschke. Lovely to see you, Ted.
Just do that one again. That was wordy as.
And they haven't got the name in there. It's the old one.
And action.
Loade Resources is an ASX-listed explorer focused on the highly prospective but underexplored New England fold belt in northeastern New South Wales. Loade boasts a diverse portfolio of wholly owned brownfield precious and base metal assets, underscored by significant historical data and high-grade mineralisation potential. Its focus is on appraising and developing these assets, which show great promise for under-drilled and open-ended mineral occurrences, setting the stage for substantial mineral discoveries. We welcome now Managing Director Ted Leschke. Lovely to see you, Ted.
Well, thanks for having me.
Ted, first of all, tell me a little bit about Loade Resources. What is it that you do? What do you specialise in?
So, Loade Resources is an exploration company. It specialises in exploring for minerals. Mm-hmm. In this case, it's base metals and precious metals. We are exploring specifically in the New England area of New South Wales. Mm-hmm. And that's our main focus. So all our projects are located there, and that's where we tend to be for the foreseeable future.
For those that aren't familiar with that part of the country, how big an area are we talking there in the New England area?
The New England area is approximately 300 or 400 kilometres long, mm-hmm. by 200 kilometres wide. It's essentially the northeast corner of New South Wales.
Not a bad part of the world either, is it?
It's not bad.
Well, the drilling at Tangoa West has revealed substantial high-grade base metal mineralisation. Let's talk about that. How does this discovery align with your overall exploration objectives?
Well, that has exceeded our objectives in that the results we've received to date are well exceed our expectations. The results are very high grade and they're mm-hmm. very wide in terms of the intercept we've achieved. And that's been a pleasant surprise.
So can you just elaborate a little bit more on that? What has that uncovered and why has it exceeded your expectations?
So what we see at surface is only small signs of or evidence of mineralisation. The drilling below it has intercepted wide widths of silver, lead and zinc mineralisation, mm-hmm. and the grade is up there. It's the highest in New South Wales in terms of grade, and so that's a good thing because you need grade to be able to generate revenue from mining.
So is it the grading that surprised you and the team?
The grade and the widths. Okay. So the wider it is, the more tonnage you have. So they both go hand in hand.
So could you discuss the implications of the new targets revealed in the TEM survey over Webb's console and the strategy of exploring these targets? Yeah,
so what you're describing there is what they call Lupe or Lupe TEM. It's an electromagnetic technique whereby you try and pick up the electromagnetic waves from the ground, and which reflects the underlying mineralisation if it exists. The stronger the mineralisation, generally, the stronger the response you get. We've generated a number of targets through that technique, but it's just a remote technique at the end of the day. So we need to confirm that with further analysis, and in this case, it'll be geochemical analysis. Mm-hmm. So we follow that up with soil sampling, rock sampling. And if that confirms that there is mineralisation there or there is heightened values, then we will drill those targets in the future.
Can you talk to us about the significance of the large surface anomaly discovered at Webb's Console North as well?
So that is actually a target where we did get a strong EM response, electromagnetic response, and that was backed up with very strong geochemical analysis. The results there were very high, both in soils and in rock chips, and so that is at the stage now where it has warranted a drill program, and that has commenced, and we intend to repeat that for other targets in our project, but this is the first cab off the rank. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on its potential impact on the scale?
We're hoping that it will replicate the size and grade of Tango West. That's our main aim. If it's more, great. But if it does match that, then it will be a very good success, because it will essentially double the amount of mineralisation we've outlined to date.
Given the location of Webb's Console, what do you see as the economic minimum tonnage for a viable project?
We don't have a minimum tonnage, but even if it's a fraction of our competitors, given the grade, that it will be a viable project, but that's yet to be established. So we just continue to add tonnes, and then at some stage we'll say, yes, that's enough for a viable project, but that's undetermined at this stage.
Can you put that into context, say Adriatic's resource and market valuation?
Yeah, so Adriatic has a world-class silver base metal project, not very similar to ours in terms of the mineral content, in terms of the grade, slightly different variation in the ratios, but quite similar. They have quite a large resource outlined today. If we are even able to achieve a fraction of what they have, we will be successful. The thing to consider is their market cap is 60 to 80 times ours. So we're quite small in comparison. But if we can achieve even a part fraction of what they have, we'll be quite successful.
What would be deemed a fraction?
A third, roughly.
What are your hopes for the outcome of the drill program at Webb's Console North, and how will this, I suppose, inform future exploration?
So the first drill program is essentially a scouting program, and if the results are as what we expect, then we'll follow up with a secondary program, and that will lead to that program will be at depth and also further afield, and then we can use that experience to explore for other deposits closer by.
So looking ahead to the new year, what can the market expect in 2024 in terms of the exploration programs?
So for 24, we intend to release a substantial amount of results for the Webb's Console project, which is our main focus at the moment. But in addition to that, one of our projects, the Yarrallah Goldfield, has been on the back burner because of our focus on Webb's Console. However, we tend to carry out a major drilling program there in 24, and we should also be able to release a substantial amount of results for that project.
Financially, I know it's always rude to ask about finances, but how have we placed moving into the new year?
Well, we're well cashed up. Last reported figure was $3.7 million in the bank, and for a junior, that's a healthy cash balance, and that will see our program fully funded for 2024.
So some exciting work in the portfolios ahead.
That's right. So we really look forward to keeping the news flow up throughout the whole year.
That's good. That's good to hear. Well, looking forward to seeing what you get up to in 2024. I can't believe it's already just around the corner. Thank you so much, Ted, for coming in and having a chat.
Thank you.